Please be seated. Good evening and welcome. As principal of Passaic Valley High School, it's both an honor and a privilege to welcome you to the commencement exercise for the class of 2016. As you listen to our student speakers and peruse our program, I believe you get a sense of both the accomplishments and respect that this class, the class of 2016, has brought to our hallowed halls. We are a school that emphasizes the importance of tradition and pride. We make great efforts to be true to our heritage and to bring a sense of honor and a sense of purpose to being part of the green and white. This class, the class of 2016, in the 76th year of Passaic Valley High School, has led our school well and leaves it a better place for having passed through our halls and been part of our tradition and pride. While we are sorry to see them leave, we are equally anxious to see what lies ahead for this special group, the class of 2016. At this time, to both honor America and Passaic Valley, I would ask that you please rise for the singing of our national anthem by the senior members of our choir and remain standing for our alma mater.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the Hail to our alma mater, hail to the school we love. Carry her name to glory, raise her banner above. True sons and daughters loyal, keeping the torch alight. Make her fame immortal, the fame of the green and white.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the class of 2016, Ali Alahara.
Everyone, please be seated. Thank you. Good evening, distinguished guests, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Cardillo, Mr. Rotella, administration, faculty, family, friends, and fellow classmates. As we move forward into the next phase of our lives, some of us question whether we really are moving forward or are we moving backwards. A cloud of uncertainty is over our heads in this transition into adulthood as our world falls deeper into anxiety. We take notice of the technological advancements that build bridges between people and nations. However, they're the same technological advancements that maybe one day will be responsible for the destruction of humanity. My fellow classmates, with a great deal of stress in our world today, the current generation of adults are reluctant to pass on the 200,000-year-old torch that our first ancestors once held. Adjectives that other generations use to describe our generation are lazy, narcissistic, delusional, coddled, disengaged. To them, we are the apathetic generation whose only concerns are found on social media. But to that I say, absolutely not, because we are the passionate generation. They say an individual cannot make a change in the world, but they forget to mention that individuals can make a difference in their community. For example, Aaron Fitzpatrick is one who took his dream and turned it into a reality. At a young age, Aaron wanted to become a filmmaker. Instead of waiting for that opportunity, he went out there, he purchased his own equipment, and began working on his own projects. Now, Aaron independently owns his own business, is working on bigger projects, and will go to college to study film. Give it up for Aaron. By using their community as a starting point, individuals can inspire others to make a difference in their community, which can change the world. Kayla Campbell is another example. Many of you may know her from soccer, basketball, softball. Her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer a couple years ago. As devastating as it was, Kayla took the bold action on the behalf of her mother to spread awareness of breast cancer throughout Passaic Valley. She helped fundraise money through selling bracelets. Oh, I have one on right now. And participating in walks. As she gets older, she plans to devote her time on helping those who are diagnosed with cancer. Now, after 2 years of fighting, Kayla can proudly say that her mother is cancer-free. When people work together, sometimes what seemed impossible can result in success. For example, take a team who has not won a track meet in over half a decade. Then add coaches like Joel Thornton, Kenneth Burke, William Johnson, Al Capella, Walter Bueller, Sue Benvenuti, and Eric Getz, who are willing to spend the extra hours on and off the track. That encouragement and teamwork will result in wins of 3 meets, multiple people advancing onto a state track meet, in a silver place finish at Penn Relays, the second to largest track event in the world. This proves that the impossible can be accomplished. Look, our generation does not have Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King Jr., or John F. Kennedy. There are no seconds of anyone. We are not entitled to anything. We must work, and we will work because this is America. Being that we are from America, we're known to lead and inspire. Therefore, today, I challenge everyone to make an effort to work hard, lead, and inspire, because by doing that, we will find the cures to cancer and autism. We will inspire the world to be color, religious, sexual orientation, and gender blind. We will find solutions to reverse climate change. We will innovate technology far beyond our imaginations. We will change the perception of music, art, and films. We will inspire peace all throughout the world. We will eradicate domestic and world poverty. We will revolutionize our way of thinking. Why? Because we are the passionate generation. A young, wise woman once taught me, doing what you love is freedom. Loving what you do is happiness. By caring deeply for what we do, it allows us to get through life's toughest tasks, to accomplish whatever we desire in life. So to my fellow classmates, go forth and may everything you do bring value to you. Because the question is not, are we moving forward, but how fast? Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure to now introduce the President of the Passaic Valley Board of Education, Mr. Carlo Spinella.
Good evening, graduates, parents, fellow board members, elected officials, superintendents, and family and friends of Passaic Valley High School. I stand before you proud to address the class of 2016. I will share with you some of the traditional highlights, also let you know about a few events that our new superintendent, Dr. Joanne Cardillo, has brought to the PV. In academics, to begin, our students excelled in a variety of academic competitions this year, and we are sending talented, bright students off to colleges and universities. Many students are accepted to a wide range of colleges and universities, and 5 students will be attending Ivy League schools. Other students have chosen to move into careers in the trades or directly into the workforce. But the graduates of the class of 2016 certainly have proven they have the talent and skills to make bright futures. Our autism program got off to a strong start. We are opening a new class next year, and the Autism Walk was so successful, it will be an annual event at Passaic Valley. The class of 2016 was also a big part of this success. In athletics, during the 2015-16 school year, all of our athletes and coaches worked hard and gave their best in every sport. We had a winning season for varsity soccer and our wrestling team. There were senior students who were recognized as Athletes of the Year at the state, and also there were senior students who were recognized as top athletes at PV. We also had 2 students signed for full baseball scholarships. We have much to be proud about our athletic program and invite everyone to come out and support our teams next year. Activities, the traditional activities at PV continue to strengthen PV pride. Girls Show was standing room only, and everyone had a great evening. For the first time, the Girl Show students ran a charity event during their season called Pennies for Patients, and it was so successful that the Lymphoma Foundation honored PV at a dinner this spring. I want to share that we had a new event at PV called Freshman Fun Day. Students from each school district came to Passaic Valley for a high school visit. They were introduced to our coaches, met the staff in our teen center, and they learned about our music and arts program. Final note on retirements. As I finish this evening, I would like to announce the retirement of 2 veteran staff members. Dr. Tina Pantano is retiring and leaving a legacy of students who have done well in the medical profession under her guidance. Also, Mary Era is retiring. She has been a key person in our special ed department and has worked hard to make students' lives better at PV. Ms. Peg Hool is not retiring but leaving us for a new adventure and a career change. Thank you for your service to our students and to our community. I'd like to add, in 2001, Dr. Giordano came to our school and really helped turn it around. I feel our new superintendent, Dr. Joanne Cardillo, is on her way to doing the same. If everybody would work with her, I think we're on our way to a good years ahead. On behalf of my fellow Board of Education members, I want to again congratulate our graduates. Good luck in the future endeavors. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce the Superintendent of Passaic Valley High School, Dr. Joanne Cardillo.
Before we begin this evening, I would just like to acknowledge the presence of some dignitaries here that are joining us. I'm going to start with Totowa. Mayor Cairo could not be with us this evening, but he sends regards. We have Superintendent Patricia Capitelli with us this evening. Our board members, Carlos Spinella, president of our board this year, Mr. John D'Ambrosio, our vice president, and Dr. Vince Varcatapane. From Little Falls, Mayor Conti is not able to join us this evening. She sent Mr. Damiano to represent her tonight. Superintendent Tracy Marinella also sends her regards. She is at another graduation event for a family member. Our board members from Little Falls, Mr. Richard Greco, Mr. Anthony Scoba, and Mr. Luke Damiano. From Woodland Park, we have Mayor Keith Kasmark with us, Superintendent Michelle Polari, and our board members, Ms. Lori Brigatti, Mr. Sam Yodice, and Ms. Laura Van Winkle. Before I begin this evening, I would just like to acknowledge and remember in memory Ms. Brown, who left us in October and with an illness and passed away this school year. She will always be remembered in the hearts of many of you who sit out there who were her students, as well as the students who had her this year. And now let me begin. Dear elected officials, board members, fellow superintendents, parents, friends, and the class of 2016, it is an honor and a privilege to address everyone this evening, especially the class of 2016. As tonight brings closure to your high school experience, it simultaneously moves you to a new beginning, to a time for you to think about approaching this next phase of your life and to focus on what the future holds for you. Perhaps you have chosen a trade school, college, university, or an occupation that takes you right into the world of work. All of these choices are unique to you. There is no right or wrong in your decision. Your unique path awaits you. You will continue to make many decisions along your path into adulthood. Some decisions that may seem unimportant and trivial may often make a big impact, some for better or some for worse of your future. Life has a way of doing that when we least expect it. Life also makes decisions for us. Sometimes those decisions turn out to be blessings in disguise. Roy Disney, the brother of Walt Disney, once said, "It is not hard to make decisions when you know what your values are." That is certainly food for thought as you meet new people and encounter situations that are going to cause you to make decisions regardless of their scope. Focus on your personal values and core beliefs, the values you have learned up to this day from everyone, starting with your family, teachers in elementary school, coaches, sincere friends, and here at Passaic Valley. Let those values and beliefs you have cultivated be your guide in your decisions. At PV, we consider ourselves your extended family. Look around you tonight. This is the true meaning of being a Hornet. I have learned in the short time that I am blessed to be here that there is a powerful Hornet network that exists in this region and beyond. That is your PV heritage. It is a piece of your strength. Believe in yourselves. Don't ever forget where you come from, and make the decisions you make be ones that you can live with for the rest of your life. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Please welcome the historian of the class of 2016, Fakir Rabou.
Good evening, everyone, and Ramadan Kareem to my fellow Muslims. I'd like to start off by thanking the administration, faculty, friends, and family for being the reason we are where we are today. We could not have done it without your unconditional care, love, and support. We followed the path of your footsteps into success, and now it is our time to create our own. Dear fellow classmates, I see tears running down some of your parents' faces, but don't be fooled. It's not because they're sad to see you all grown up or because they're proud. They're just sitting there thinking about the cost of college. Therefore, I'd like to ask all the parents to reach into the wallets, take out $1 or $2, and give us the rest. We look back 4 years ago to our freshman year when we came into PV naive and afraid, getting lost, getting from class to class, still hoping people would burst out into songs like they did in High School Musical. Let's not forget, that year, in 2012, some of us thought the world was going to end, yet here we are today. Moving on to sophomore year, when our classes got harder and our procrastination got worse. At this point in time, we've heard the song Gangnam Style and Harlem Shake at least 100 times, and The Walking Dead was the topic of discussion. We finished up the year with Tim Howard saving almost every shot on goal in the World Cup. Only if he could have saved my GPA. In our junior year, some of us began taking our first AP courses and began looking at colleges. We took our ACTs and our SATs and had endless all-nighters. Thank you, Mr. Block. Unfortunately for our parents, some of us began driving. I apologize on behalf of my classmates for raising your insurance rates through the roof. All the hard work we put in was worth it, and today is proof of that. We're graduating and starting a new chapter in our lives, the best one yet. We are ready to embrace the challenges that we will most definitely face with courage, grace, and resilience. We're ready to push our limits to even further boundaries, unearthing truths that we've never known about ourselves. We are leaders of tomorrow, and I'm happy that many of you are rising up to the challenge already. Unfortunately, the world we live in today isn't the same it used to be. We live in a world surrounded by evil and hatred, bigotry and racism, war and anger. The past 4 years haven't been the easiest at home or abroad, so I'd like to take this moment of silence for Orlando, Boston, Newtown, Belgium, France, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, and Gaza. Thank you. At the end of the day, the good in the world is triumphant, and we shall not allow the actions of a person or group represent neither a nation nor religion. It is up to us to change the makeup of our world, and I know we can do it. Congratulations, class of 2016. Thank you.
The Vice President of the class of 2016, Rashmi Pradhan, and the Secretary of the class, Maxwell Kohudich.
Good evening, everyone, honored guests, and my fellow classmates. I have had the privilege of serving this class as Vice President for 2 years. This year's graduating class is one of the most hardworking and determined in terms of academics and athletics. Among the graduates, I am proud to say we have had more college acceptances to Ivy League schools in all of Passaic Valley history. These schools include Cornell, Brown, Princeton, Yale, and University of Pennsylvania. Also, about 75% of us plan to pursue their higher education at a college or university. The class of 2016 has also had great all-year-round success in athletics. The boys' track team advanced in states and had the privilege of going to Penn Relays, where they broke the school record for the 4x4 race. The boys' soccer team advanced into the county quarterfinal round. Also, we even have a soccer player who achieved his goal of playing professionally and will continue to play professionally all around the country and hopefully the world. Boys tennis had a successful season and clinched 3rd place in their county tournament. The golf team advanced in counties and qualified for state sectionals. Members of the girls' soccer team were nominated for all county student athlete awards. Also, the cheerleaders came home with 1st place at the annual cheering competition. This graduating class has numerous football players, baseball players, lacrosse players, and wrestlers who have had various college acceptances and opportunities with athletic scholarships. The athletic success of our teams could not have been possible if it were not for the amazing coaches who dedicate their time to improve our skills with passion and commitment. Over the past 4 years, it has been a pleasure to have shared my high school experience with a great group of people. High school is a time of transformation. We are given the opportunity to create a foundation to find a purpose in this life. Community and friendship are valued most here at Passaic Valley, and my fellow seniors are a great example of that. This school offers its students opportunities to ensure that they achieve what they want. Everyone has different goals, aspirations, and abilities, and Passaic Valley recognizes all of their students for all of their various accomplishments and well-rounded nature. The diversity of this graduating class only ensures our success even further. Society has taught us to define our success and our worth through numbers. We are more than the numbers that are given to us. Einstein, the revolutionary scientist, once said, "Everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid." This statement reminds us that even though we are constantly defined by standards, we must break those standards and create our own. Also, it is important to recognize that success comes with realizing your own ability. There is no obstacle in this world that shall stop us from unlocking our full potential. To my fellow seniors, the journey begins at this very moment. Good luck with your future endeavors, and congratulations to all of the graduates here tonight. Thank you.
Good evening, esteemed administrators, faculty, honored guests, and the graduating class of 2016. My name is Maxwell Kahutich, and I am privileged to speak to you tonight and reflect on the achievements of our class here at Passaic Valley High School. During this past year, I've engaged with my fellow seniors in discussions about their accomplishments and what their aspirations are as they open a new chapter in their lives. It is my pleasure to share with you what I've learned. The graduating class has had a significant impact on athletics. They have a diverse range of talents, ranging from basketball, wrestling, gymnastics, tennis, and soccer. We have upheld our reputation as a school that combines both brilliant academics and hardworking athletics. Whether it's holding the title as the Passaic County champion in wrestling, or being the second highest scorer in Passaic Valley basketball history with over 1,403 points, pick a sport, chances are our class has achieved success in it. Of the over 334 members of our graduating class, 30 students hold the honor of being considered scholars of distinction. These students have gone beyond their call of academic duty and maintained a 4.0 grade point average or higher since their freshman year. In addition, the graduating class has set a solid foundation at Passaic Valley towards their future dreams of becoming doctors, lawyers, politicians, teachers, firefighters, artists, and serving our country in the most honorable way by enlisting in the Army. 5 brave students of this class will make the pledge to protect our freedom and our flag by joining various branches such as the Marines, the Army, and the Air Force. If I had to give one piece of advice to the exiting class, I'd say be proactive. Be ahead of the curve. When others are spending their summer on vacation, land an internship and gain experience that will separate you from everyone else. I wish my class only the best of luck, and based on what I've just read, I have a feeling luck won't be needed. Thank you.
The treasurer of the class of 2016, Jerome Massacott.
Many members of the faculty and staff say that the class 2016 has been one of the most exceptional classes that PV has had in a while. Our class is talented young men and women whose exteriors range from being future engineers and lawyers to being filmmakers and educators. There are also students who plan to serve our country by enrolling in the military. No matter what path we choose to walk on after graduation, we owe all of our experiences to our families and our high school. We are grateful that we were given the opportunity to have our secondary education here, because individually we benefited from what PV gave us. Now, I would like to call Superintendent Dr. Cardillo to the podium. In return for everything that the school has given us, we wish to return the favor. On behalf of the class 2016, we give Passaic Valley High School new speakers for the press box on the field. Now the announcer's voice will be heard loud and clear for track and field, soccer, lacrosse, and football games, as well as commentate our school events such as our homecoming and pep rallies. I believe that the speakers will represent the class of 2016's voice, and it's the most appropriate gift to represent us as a whole. We will never be silenced, and we will continue to make contributions to society and have our opinions heard. Thank you.
Thank you very much, class of 2016. They are well needed, and we will always think of you.
At this time, we introduce the two students who have achieved the highest academic ranking in the class. In addition to their outstanding academic performance, both students are exceptional individuals who are actively involved in our school community. A small sampling of their many achievements are listed in our program. Our valedictorian has been accepted to Rutgers University Honors College, where he will major in electrical and computer engineering. The valedictorian for the class of 2016, Sagar Shah. Sagar, congratulations to you for achieving the valedictorian medal representing the highest academic honor.
Good evening, Dr. Cardillo, Mr. Rotella, teachers, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I'm honored to have this opportunity to represent our class of 2016. As I was preparing my speech, I was completely lost as to what to say about a crowd of such unique individuals that would perfectly encapsulate all of our thoughts as we move on to the next moment in our lives. I think that is what is so special about our generation, and specifically our graduating Passaic Valley class. We have such a diversity of talents and personalities, including aspiring artists, doctors, dancers, engineers, teachers, musicians, and writers. What has connected us all are the memories and experiences we have made within the green and white halls of Passaic Valley. Whether it be studying all night for one of Dr. Pantano's tests, or making jokes about Mr. Dini's baldness, or connecting with another school across the world through a video conference in Miss Manike's class, the memories we have made will stay with us and impact how we lead the rest of our lives. First, on behalf of all the graduates, I would like to offer gratitude to those who helped us achieve this moment. I'd like to thank my parents and my brother, who were always by my side and offered unending love and support, and for being positive role models for me. I'd also like to thank the faculty, administrators, custodians, lunch ladies, and teachers, as every single one of you have put our lives ahead of yours, and we are eternally appreciative of that. So, to my fellow classmates, before we part, my message tonight for you is fairly simple. Find your passion and immerse your life in it. In a world inundated by endless social media platforms, it is easy to get lost in other people's lives, constantly comparing and judging others' fake public image to our actual image. It does not matter whose clothes are nicer, or whose car is more expensive, or whose makeup is more on fleek. If we instead decide to distance ourselves from society, distance ourselves from the oppressive ideas of others, we can find our true selves. Take some time to learn about yourself, because in the end, that's all you have. Find your passions and set your heart to it. While high school led us on the correct path for a bright future, it is now up to us to make our own decisions. Do not shy away from independence. Instead, celebrate our individuality, embrace your quirks, and revel in your uniqueness. Be yourself and others will come to you. Find your own passions and dedicate your life to it. Do not suppress them just to fit in. Instead, ignore the naysayers and prove them wrong. I would like to end with a quote by one of my role models, Steve Jobs. While he said this quote over a decade ago during his commencement speech at Stanford University, this quote applies even more now to our generation, as the integration of social media holds a tighter grip on how we frame our beliefs. Steve Jobs said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice." So, class of 2016, find your own passion and follow it. Do not be influenced by the blinding opinions of society. Stay true to yourself and you will succeed. Congratulations and thank you.
Our salutatorian will be attending Cornell University, where he will major in English and creative writing. The salutatorian for the class of 2016, Jared DeCesar. Jared, congratulations for achieving the salutatorian medal representing this outstanding academic achievement.
Good evening, administrators, teachers, families, and class of 2016. On a night like this, there are many memories that have been and will be made. If you allow me to exploit the memorability of this evening for one small moment, I would like to take this opportunity to impart some advice to my graduating class in hopes that they might carry a piece of what I have to say with them long after this night has concluded. So much of our high school careers was spent trying to find our own place. We didn't know quite where we fit in, and most of us finished high school with radically different friends than when we started. Eventually, we settled in our niches and discovered the real friends that liked us for us. Discovering real friends is a lengthy process. In this life, we all spend so much time trying to please someone else. We sacrifice our own happiness in hopes of making someone else like us or want to be our friend. When usually, it turns out no matter how much we wanted that person to like us, to be our friend, no matter how many things we did for them, they never really wanted us at their lunch table. They never really wanted to hang out with us. They didn't care for our friendship. They didn't care for us. Too often we focus on the people who don't appreciate us for who we are. Too often we are conditioned with low self-esteem by these people who never appreciated us, and unfortunately, sometimes, we neglect the ones who actually want to hear what we have to say. I would like to assure you now that no matter how unheard or unseen you think you are, there is someone listening. There is someone that sees you. There is someone who, on a random cold night in the middle of December, recalls that vulgar word I uttered under my breath as I ascended the podium, unspeakably nervous to deliver this salutatorian speech. There is someone who remembers that offhanded piece of advice, or that intriguing opinion, or that quiet joke you had intended only for yourself to hear. There is someone who sees you for you. You are not alone. I can say all of these things confidently because these are tribulations I have had to overcome myself. Luckily, I had my mother to constantly push me to my fullest potential while at the same time making sure I never grew too full of myself. She told me, "I don't care how much money you make or what car you drive or what fancy job title you have. What matters is how you treat people. People matter. Family matters. And so do you." She demanded that I not only respect others, but that I first respect myself. And so, I pass on this message that has propelled me toward success to you. Not only do you owe that love and respect to those who show you the same, but you first owe it to yourself. Your life is a beautiful narrative etched into the memories of yourself, your cherished ones, and the work that you will leave behind in this world. Do not let it be squandered by forgetting that your happiness matters. Your interests, your loves, your dreams, they all matter. If you silence the people who will put you down and diminish these things, then you have nothing standing in your way of greatness. You will discover that unrivaled potential that hides inside of you. So, class of 2016, you should consider yourselves immeasurably lucky that in the infinity of our universe you are able to call this one life your own. You owe it to yourself and to the world to live the happiest and most indescribably indescribable life you can. You have an entire lifetime before you. Make it count.
We would like to recognize two staff members who have devoted a great deal of time and effort guiding this class. Their hard work and commitment to this group of students is greatly appreciated by the administration and the members of the class. The class advisors for the class of 2016, and I ask them to please rise, Ms. Suzanne Benvenuti and Mrs. Rachel Briggs. In a few hours, these students will be taking part in an all-night celebration that does not happen without a great deal of planning, organization, and fundraising. The following individuals did an outstanding job providing leadership for this monumental task. I would like these individuals to rise and be recognized. Ms. Catherine DePasquale, Mrs. Lucille Kamal, Mrs. Jean Marie Vantuno, Mr. Alan Lee, Mrs. Marlena Lux, and Mrs. Kathy Pugliese. We thank you. I would also like to acknowledge that the staff members which are retiring or we lost this year. This year we lost math teacher Ms. Cheryl Brown, who served our district for 37 years and passed away suddenly during the school year. Our prayers go out to Mrs. Brown and family. She'll be missed by the entire Passaic Valley community. We would also like to recognize the faculty retirements and thank them for their dedicated service to the district and wish them a happy and healthy retirement. Chemistry teacher Mr. Edward Costello, school nurse, Mrs. Susan Woholick. And I'd like these individuals to please rise. Biology teacher, Dr. Tina Pantano. Learning consultant, Mrs. Mary Errett. And culinary arts teacher, Mrs. Peg Hool. They all have served this district well, and they will be certainly missed. Dr. Cardillo, will you please approach the podium? Will the class of 2016 please rise? I come before you this evening, June 17, 2016, to present for certification the class of 2016.
I am proud to certify that the class of 2016 has satisfactorily completed the requirements for graduation prescribed by the Passaic Valley Regional Board of Education as well as the New Jersey Department of Education, and is now entitled the Passaic Valley Diploma, awarded this month, June 2016. Let the name calling begin.
Kyra Abdelrahman, Sagar Shah, John Alisi, Jared DeCesar, Luis Apaza, Ali Al-Jarrah, Cassandra Barquette, Rashmi Pradhan, Casey Broadfield, Jerome Massacott, Nicholas Castillo, Maxwell Kahudich, Destiny Claudio, Fakir Rabo, Jessica Counterman, Bilal Abbasi, Melinda Di Pasquale, Ahmed Abu Haltam, Rosaria Grazia Jancarelli, Isaac Abuhaltam, Eileen Lee, Sylvia Abuisa, Amanda Matthews, Jason Ack, Christian Riccardi, Brianna Adili, Ruby Ricaldi, Al Agnes, Justin Rivera, Christopher Agnoli, Chaz Sheridan, Julio Aguayo, Sabrina Lux, Jamal Alamari, Alexander Madonia, Sharon Aldez, Florencia Maidana, Bayan Alcalif, Taylor Malley, Valerie Almendrez, Carolyn Mamery, Michael Amato, Alexandra Mancini, Christian Angelo, Richard Mann, Isabella Antonucci, Pedro Marinez, Ryan Appello, Jalissa Marquez, Daniela Arias, Giuseppe Mara, Christopher Armagno, Joel Martucci, Christian Oriema, Rosa Mazahilwe, John Axiotakis, Megan McKenna, Cameron Baez, Andy Medina Cuenca, David Baldiga, Matthew Michi, Wallace Ballantyne, John Mejia, Blaine Bargel, Anthony Merheb, Claudia Barone, Shay Merweed, Piero Batarse, Alexa Mitchell, Raquel Bauman, Omar Mohammed, Kayla Beatty, Mohammed Maraktan, Heidi Bebewi, David Morales, Derek Bejarano, Andrea Moran, Tamir Belton, Michael Morera, Kirsten Benitez, Nicole Mubayed, Hassan Beachy, Kieran Mulligan, Michelle Berman, Luis Murga, Cameron Bousquet, Kaina Murillo, Mitko Bazanov, Sarah Najar, Samantha Bugliero, Sarah Navid, Marcus Bolna, Naresh Nemarin, Destiny Caligari, Aaliyah Newby, Laura Caligari, Alondra Negeda, William Kamal, Hope O'Connor, Kayla Campbell, Dustin Ogando, Melanie Capalbo, Bammy Oki, Elizabeth Cathcart, Ismail Olgan, Jamie Cerna, Saif Amran, Gianfranco Chavez, Gabriel Osorio, Richard Christensen, Sabrina Asandin, Nicole Cianci, Kieran Osta, Michael Cohen, Luciano Otero, Haley Collins, Busra Ozer, Alexa Cologne, Ashley Pabone, Christina Cologne, Jasmine Pabone, Anthony Contangelo, Christian Paez, Adam Cooper, Rafael Pagan, Christian Cordero, Richard Pileski, Stephanie Cordero, Gianni Palumbo, Sabrina Cordova, Zane Patel, Lindsay Cortez, Zubin Patel, Amber Costa, Brittany Patton, Francesca Krupi, Alessia Pelicani, Bianca Cruz, Estefany Perez, Michael Cusack, Spencer Persley, Brendan Damiano, Adam Pezo, Andre Darwich, Monica Piedra, Jala Darwish, Melissa Peer, Nicholas Decker, Fallon De Jesus, Lauren Polio, Jelani De La Rosa, Sean Porzio, Thomas Delacave, Gianna Prawl, Steve De Los Angeles, Joseph Pugliese, Jennifer Demosthenes, Courtney Pullen, Michael DiCarlo, Taylor Palouse, Joseph DiMartino,
Jessica Purcell, Svetanka Dimkova, Nicholas Quintero, Courtney Dundero, Nicole Reagan, Justin Dorian, Zachary Rahal, Valerie Dorset, Milana Repick, Connor Douglas, Nicholas Resiniti, Nicholas Dumel, Teresa Reynolds, Gianna Dibus, Stephen Rigamonti, Laith Ibrahim, Michelle Ristovsky, Isandro Echeverria, Alex Rodriguez, Justin Elhin, Amber Rodriguez, Philip Erickson, Brandon Rodriguez, Kiara Espejo, Jeremiah Rodriguez, Michael Farrell, Jessica Rodriguez, Bernard Feeney, Luz Carla Rodriguez, Sean Feeney, Alexa Romano, Justin Fernandez, Spiros Ropas, Christian Farrar, Brianna Rosario, Aaron Fitzpatrick, Michael Rufino, Eliana Florencio, Sarah Rusconi, Gustavo Flores, Joseph Russo, Chella Forthia, Karen Sains, Andrea Fontanella, Rafael Santana, Adriana Franco, Luis Santos, Bernardo Sastre, Alex Fromm, Joseph Sabatieri, Jake Frankovitz, Chase Schaefer, Andrew Fuentes, Philip Scherner, Caitlin Gabriel, Katie Sedita, Angela Gallus, Joshua Chebreau, Nicholas Galise, Vanessa Schindel, Lucas Garcia. Roa Soraya. Judy Gatay. Marilyn Sivrieva. Alexa Gencarelli. Melissa Slater. Stephanie Giacchi. Jeffrey Smith. Jonathan Gianotte. Ashley Sobanko. Huda Gohar. Daniela Sol. Santiago Gomez. Sabrina Soloninkin. Troy Gondola. Marissa Sornoza. Nicole Grow. Alexia Sotilli. Christopher Guarducci. Sammy Subani. Jenna Gergis. Paul Stefanelli. Kyle Guerrieri. Elena Stefanovska. Douglas Harder. Ronald Strom. Rachel Harry. Ariana Svirlin. Christian Height. Sarah Tappan. Vernisha Henry. Matthew Totoli. Kaylee Herman. Jenny Thomas. Andrea Hippoff. Amanda Thompson. Eric Holzak. Brianna Thompson Singh. Abir Hussein. Andrew Timothy. Alexander Hozak. Nigel Timothy. Joshua Hurtado. Jonathan Toro. Jennifer Ibarra. Sarah Torres. Ruben Infante. Victoria Torres. Dante Udici. Maria Tuma. Nicole Ayurado. Brandon Umstead. Stephen Jarjora. Deanna Umstead. Alex Yang. George Uzelak. Caitlin Jones. Andy Valor. Christina Kalizik. Elizabeth Van Dam. Caitlin Casper. Olivia Vantuno. Sarah Kerrick. Taina Vasquez. Verinia Khalil. Julissa Velasquez. Alina Khan. Kenneth Velasquez. Dylan Kleinsorge. Zachary Veltri. Samantha Koprowski. Caesar Visoso. Valerie Koprowski. Destiny Walker. Marissa Lalama. Rachel Ward. Marissa Lambert. Kevin Uzoric. Sean Lancaster. Jamel Williams. Sean Larson. Jahad Wright. Julian Lee. Nicholas Levijak. Zachary Zaleski. Nicholas Legiri. Catherine Zavala. Lizbeth Liz. Zin Zhang. Michael Lebu. Kelly Zunin. Samantha Longendike. Ricky Lugo. Sabrina Lugo.
I would just like to congratulate all of these students. I wish them all the success in the world in their next phase of their lives. I also congratulate parents because I know you had a big part in supporting them for the last 4 years. Now what they've been waiting for the last 4 years. Class of 2016, you are dismissed.